Hey everybody, thank you for checking out A1 Math, and today we're talking about system of equations. So we're continuing that, and I'm doing a couple more examples on the substitution method. Also going to do a couple of real world analogies of systems of equations. So let's get started. Alright, first we got these two problems here, 1 and 2, and as you can see there's two equations, and one of the equations already set equal to y. Okay, what I'm going to do is take that expression and plug it into this value of y and solve for x. So I'll start off with a negative 9x minus 10y. Now, this is where I'm going to plug in my expression here, and all of this is equal to negative 2. So you see how this is just like this equation with the y opened up. So now I'm going to go ahead and plug in the negative 9x minus 16 in here for y. Okay, now I'm just going to solve for x like any regular equation. I'm going to go ahead and bring down this 9x, negative 9x, distribute my negative 10 to get negative 90, actually positive 90, x plus 160 is equal to negative 2. Okay, combine these terms, that'll give me a positive 81x equal to, plus 160 is equal to negative 2. Now, to get the x by itself, I'm going to subtract 160 on both sides. That gives me 81x is equal to negative 162. And finally, I'm going to go ahead and divide by 81. And that'll give me x is equal to negative 2. Now I know that the value of x is negative 2. So I'm going to take this negative 2 and go ahead and plug it in. And I'm going to go ahead and plug it in back here into our original equation. And I'll have y is equal to negative 9 times negative 2 minus 16. Okay, so y is equal to negative 9 times negative 2, and that's going to give me y is equal to 18 minus 16, so y is equal to 2. So my coordinate where these two equations meet here is going to be negative 2, 2. Okay. Let's take a look at another example. Okay, on number 2 here, I've got the y here is equal to negative 6x plus 28. And I'm going to plug that into the y right here by that 9. So now I got negative 8x plus 9 times y is equal to 4. Let's see if I can squeeze in here this negative 6x plus 28. Now I'm going to distribute the 9. So I have negative x. And this will be negative 54x. 9 times 6, negative 6. And then 9 times 28 is going to be 252. Equal to 4. Okay, I'm going to combine these like terms. And the negative 8 and the negative 54 is going to give me negative 62x plus 252 is equal to 4. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and subtract the 252 and then attempt to get the x by itself, bringing down my negative 62x is equal to a negative 248. And now I'm going to divide by negative 62. And x is equal to positive 4. Okay. Now that I have that set up, I'm going to go ahead and take my 4 and plug it back into my equation. So going back up here to my original equation, y, and I want to use this one with the y's already equal because it's easier to work with. So now I have negative 6 times our positive 4 plus 28. That's going to be y is equal to a negative 24 plus 28, and y is equal to positive 4. So the coordinates on this system of equation is x is equal to, well, x is going to be 4, and our y is going to be 4 as well. Okay, all right, so this is a system of equations, but now we're going to take a look at it in a real world context. All right, so in this word problem, we've got 2 senior classes, and they're going on a field trip and taking some vans and buses. And we're trying to figure out how many people are on each van or each bus. So this is how the question reads. It says the senior class at the high school A and high school B planned a separate trip to the state fair. The senior class at high school A rented and filled 8 vans, 5 buses with 383 students. High school B rented 1 van with 10 buses and 601 students. Each van and each bus carried the same number of students. Find out the number of students in each van and each bus. So this is a system of equations. And if you think about it, if you look at just one high school, let's say we look at high school A. High school A rented 8 vans and 5 buses, and together, at total, 383 students. So that right there is an equation on its own. Now I'm going to use V for vans and B for buses. So I have, if I take my 8 vans filled with people and take my 5 buses filled with people, the total there is going to be equal to 383. All right, now let's take a look at high school B. High school B had 1 van, 10 buses, but 601 students. Well, that's an equation as well. So I got 1 van plus 10 buses is equal to 601 students. Now, you could do this multiple ways. You could do the substitution method, or you could do the elimination method. If you do the substitution, you got to set something equal to V or B and plug it back in. But I'm going to go ahead and do the elimination method. Okay. Now, I can see right here how I have 5B and 10B. If I multiply the 5 by negative 2, that'll turn into a negative 10. And then the negative 10 plus the positive 10 will eliminate the B's. So we can find V and then plug back in and find B later. So what I want to do is multiply my top equation by negative 2. All right. And when I do that, that's going to leave me with a negative 16V minus 10B is equal to a negative 766. Next thing I'm going to do is just rewrite this second equation right here, just like it is. Now I'm going to go ahead and eliminate, this should be positive. I'm going to go ahead and eliminate my 10Bs. So that'll cancel out. My negative 16V and 1V is going to add up to be a negative 15V. Over here I have my negative 766 and 601, and that's going to add up to equal negative 165. Now I'm going to go ahead and continue to solve for V by dividing by negative 15. And V is equal to a positive 11. So what does that mean? That means you have 11 people on vans. So each van has 11 people on it. Now we need to figure out how many people is on each bus. So I'm going to take the 11 and plug it in. And I'm just going to pick this bottom equation here. Got 1 times 11 plus 10B is equal to 601. So 1 times 11 will be 11 plus 10B is equal to 601. Subtract 11 on both sides. 10B is equal to 590. Now I'm going to divide by 10. And B is equal to 59. So what this means is there was 11 people on each van and 59 people on each bus. So that's an example of using system of equations to solve a real world problem. Okay? So again, that's system of equations. I want to thank you again for checking out A1 Math, and have a nice day.